Let's go.
I'm Bob, I'm 40 years old. I'm a software developer at Join. I live in Groningen in the north of the Netherlands. And I come every 14 days or so to Amsterdam to meet my colleagues, and the rest I work remotely. I have a wife, 2 kids. I do like to cycle.
Let's go. Okay, warming up done. 3 minutes and then the FTP test goes. 285 will be a high one. I think I'm going for an average of 285. And then my FTP will be a bit lower. But let's go. $279.
This isn't my first time cycling with Join. I actually used Join before I became a developer at Join. I liked it so much that I sent Join a message to become part of them. And that happened. But for the last 6 months, I didn't train a lot. Actually, I didn't train at all. I gained a lot of weight and also had a small heart issue. So I wanted to get back in shape. I really wanted to start training, and I needed some motivation as well. So I asked my colleagues, is it nice to tell the story of me getting into training?
So FTP done. I'm wasted, but that's supposed to be so. I think with an FTP test you need to be empty, and I am. 297, which is a little bit less than I was hoping for, but still not too bad. I think if you were 340 before, you're at about 20% less than half a year ago, which gives a perspective to grow back to a reasonable FTP in the summer. Raised up my heart rate to 190. Which was a lot more than I was aiming for, but it felt good. Heart felt good.
At the moment I have 2 goals, specific goals where I want to train for. The first one will be the Amstel Gold Race, where I hope to see a lot of you. I need to lose quite some weight to get over those hills over there. So that's part of the goal, is not only becoming fitter, but also lose some weight. And that needs to continue until July, where I go to the Dolomites and do the Maratona. And there I probably need to be even lighter to get across those mountains and get more in shape. Those are the 2 main goals for this training session.
So I did the FTP test on Friday, and yesterday I had to decide on what plan I should do. I got 2 goals for the next 6 months. One is the Amstel Gold Race, and the other one is the Dolomites Maratones. Don't know actually how you pronounce it really, but it feels like a little bit too far away, and I feel a little bit too much out of shape. So I decided to go for the recovery plan, which is just a 3 weeks easy rides, I think. To build up everything slowly and not go all in on an FTP builder or go for the Amstel Gold Race already. So choose that. Did a 2-hour easy indoor ride yesterday. Like, it should be easy, but it's difficult if you're 2 hours on an indoor trainer. Did an audiobook. And barely made it to the 2 hours. Not because it was intense or heavy, but it's just so long. And today woke up early and took my gravel bike, and I'm now doing a 2-hour easy ride. It's probably a little bit too longer than 2 hours, but it's just easy graveling, low heart rate, low intensity. And I'm here in the north of the Netherlands, where it's wet. It's cold. It's -3 at the moment. The roads are a bit slippery, so that's why I like to gravel and go through the mud, because the mud isn't freezing at the moment, so it's doable. yeah, so it's starting. This afternoon I will check my schedule for the rest of the week and adjust my availability, because yeah, I never did that. I just skipped a bunch of rides, but I just want to help Join figure it out a little bit better for me for the next week. So I'll make a schedule for the next week and try to stick to it. Okay, just did my first run. Decided today that I wanted to give running a try, especially now with running enabled in Join. Haven't run in maybe since I've been cycling proper, so that must be 15 years or so. But exported the workouts to my Apple Watch and did the very first training, the beginner training. So I sort of had to walk. It was only a 60-minute workout, really easy tempo, just above walking. Yeah, so it felt really easy, but it also felt fun. It's a little bit later tonight. It's dark, so yeah, good opportunity to do some running and get that start in right now, so that I hopefully can do some more running in the future.
One of the biggest challenges that I think I'll have in the next coming weeks or months will be to keep consistent. It's something that we preach about a lot at Join, and it feels pretty easy now to do those 4 or maybe even 5 trainings and keep every training in that Join prescribes. But it's like there's going to be a holiday, and what will happen then is there's no time to train it then, and then you need to pick it back up. That's something that I was struggling with in the past as well. As soon as you stop doing workouts or real training, or even stop cycling at all, it's pretty hard to get yourself back motivated again to start training again.
Oh man, still freezing here, and this is already the last day of my recovery training period in Join. Just did another 2.5 hours, or I'm still working on the 2.5 hours of graveling. I'm doing a little bit too much today, a little bit more intensity than the training is giving me. So at least it feels like it. So let's see what the score is afterwards. But it feels like a little bit much. I just came from that way where there was a hunter with a dog, and I just ran through a field with a lot of geese. So don't think he was too happy with me, but he promised me he wouldn't shoot me. So yeah, close to home. It's about a 20-minute cycle, maybe a little bit less before I get home. And then changing plans because the recovery plan is done. And then from tomorrow on it will be full focus on the Amstel Gold Race. So I think there will be more intensity in it. I think this was the good way to start, to have the easy endurance rides, not too intense, but I also feel ready to do more intense work. Today I did some intervals on a little bit higher intensity, which felt nice. So yeah, ready. Amstel Gold Race is in April, I think. So it's gonna be full on focus on the Amstel Gold Race, and I'll keep the 2 runs a week. I like it. Yeah, signing off.